From stealing $20,000 from a fellow vendor to someone stealing a complete binder of base sets, and even a guy who stole multiple times and tried to apologize afterward. Today we're going to be covering all the thefts that happened over the past month because unfortunately there's quite a lot to go over. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. It's sad that I'm covering these topics, but I think it's very important for more people to be wary of it, just in case they happen to see the same person or they just learn what to be wary of. So without further ado, let's get into our first theft of the video, and it's from a channel named Gengar's Collectibles. I don't know what it is about this guy, but either he just has bad luck or thefts are just very common, but he has been stolen from before, from a kid. That video also happened to blow up and a lot of people were talking about it, which I think is a good thing. The more people talking about it, the better, you know? But if I had a choice of spending a couple days in jail or having a viral video of me stealing, I'll be honest, I'm choosing the jail time for sure. But anyway, let's check out Gengar's Collectibles' newest video because what happens afterwards is kind of crazy.
I'm glad.
That's not bad.
Oh, really? It happens. Only two. I think they go for like 700, 650.
You're doing trades from 80 to 100?
Yeah.
You want to see what I have? I have some gold stars in there.
Sure.
Bro, I traded my 10 away.
Something to preference is that he was blacklisted from both Collecticon and the Dallas card show. So that's certainly a very, very good thing, a step in the right direction. But I have to say, he was very smooth while stealing the cards. Unfortunately, it's not that type of smooth you want to be known for. But I'll be honest, if I was looking through the footage, I could see myself skimming over the part and overlooking it. The tin over the card, unfortunately, is a very smart move. And I could see why a lot of vendors are certain they too were stolen from the same exact guy. Because this level of stealing smart tactics is bound to fool multiple people. So I'm not surprised vendors are coming out saying that they saw the guy and most likely they were victims of his theft as well. But the story doesn't end here. It only gets even crazier because before Gengar's posted his video on YouTube, he had made a Facebook post saying that he had been stolen from the guy. Right after that, the thief messaged him basically apologizing and pleading for him not to post the video, and he eventually pays the vendor for the cards that he had stolen, saying that he'll never do it again, which in hindsight is a good gesture. And if there weren't other instances of him stealing, it would be pretty easy to forgive him. However, he also said that this was the very first time he had ever stolen cards. But here's the thing, it wasn't.
What are you buying this at?
Will you, that card under there?
Huh?
That card under there?
Yeah, I was gonna get it. Yeah. That's why I was trading. Yeah. Who's this?
So the second victim, or at least the second victim that recorded the theft, is 404 trading cards. And again, as you can see, it's the same guy. And not only that, he did the same kind of technique with the tin. And he had the audacity to say, "Oh, I was gonna pay for it." What do you mean? No, you weren't, Mr. Tin Thief Man. You know what? That should be his official name now. I want everyone in the comments to call him Mr. Tin Thief from now on. I had a really hard time watching the clip over the amount of secondhand embarrassment I was getting. It was just... It was a rough watch. It was a really rough watch. But you know what's even more embarrassing? When 404 Cards made an Instagram story about Mr. Tin Thief, asking whether he stole or not, Mr. Tin Thief voted no for himself, saying he didn't do it. Brother, what the hell? You know what's even crazier? Mr. Tin Thief Man had the audacity to message 404 Cards apologizing, saying that he was gonna repent. Brother, you just voted that you didn't steal. I'm sorry, are you a little retarded? Repent? Guilty? I'm sorry, but that's a load of hooey, as the great Moist Critical would say. Anyway, let's look at our second example of Pokemon theft by PokeLee's Poke World.
If any other card shops out there see this guy, kick him out. Because of this lovely POV camera, we did get some cracking mugshots.
How much them there, please?
Sorry?
How much them, please?
Let's do it for like 160.
160.
Yeah. There you go. Cheers. First of all, what he did was move the ETB boxes out of the way so he could reach round, because it is quite difficult to reach around and get into that cabinet, which is why we didn't expect anyone to steal from it.
So the binder ended up being a full master set of base set, which is insanely expensive. And I'm not the person to profile here, but the mannerisms that guy was making and his overall threatening appearance, it doesn't really surprise me that he ended up being a thief, to be honest. On a side note, that card shop looks sick as hell. It has even a little cafe there, although it might just be a jointed store. I still wish I had TCG shops like that. But anyway, really unfortunate situation. And if you guys do see him, remember he has 2 tattoos on both of his arms. And you know what? You know how he looks like now from this crisp quality camera footage. Very rare, okay? When I saw this, I was like, damn, that's actually really helpful, because a lot of security camera footage is like freaking 420p. I still don't know how they cannot afford that, but thank you for the HD quality. It's superb. It just amazes me how many thefts happen, and it gets me wondering how many thefts are not even recorded, because if so many are being caught on camera, just imagine all the vendors and people who don't even have security cameras. So if you're in the business, please, for the love of God, get a freaking goddamn security camera, please. So our third and final theft was revealed by, again, Gengar's Collectibles. Although he wasn't the victim of the theft this time, he was friends of the person who was, and gave massive insight on what occurred. So basically, this guy right here, Thomas Wang, is a very well-known and reputable seller. However, another vendor by the name of Reed made a Facebook post saying that a bag of $20,000 of cash was stolen from Thomas, with security camera evidence as well. The police confronted him after receiving security camera footage, and Reed expressed that he was very sad that a person he thought he could trust would do such a thing. He decided not to press any charges of jail time, but said appropriate measures are still being put into place. Shortly thereafter, Thomas responded to a Facebook post, pretty much making some very weird excuses, like, oh, I didn't know whom the bag belonged to, and I didn't even check inside until I got back into my hotel. Like, in any way does that make it better? You still took the bag instead of asking or giving it to the security. Whatever the case is, Thomas was still lying, by the way. The security camera showed that he did look inside the bag and knew what was in there, and even placed it under the table so no one could find it until the next day. So everything Thomas is trying to say has already been discredited because he already got caught lying. I'll be honest, he should go behind bars without a doubt. I don't think Reed should have taken any mercy. It doesn't matter who it is or how good they were in the past. A crime is still a crime, and they should be punished accordingly. So these are all the thefts I know of. It's crazy that all of a sudden there's an uptick of thefts. Like, if you look back a month, you wouldn't find any. And I think it's due to more vendors having security cameras and the rise of vendor POV content on YouTube. Although some people might not like vendor POV content, without a doubt, it has brought to light so many thefts that would have gone unnoticed before. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for today. Good guy, this was a very, very fun video to make. I'm so exhausted. My head is spinning. Anyway, hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you later, weebs.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は死んだ